Valerie Dekimpe from the Environment Desk. Thank you very much for coming to talk to us. This decision has been both criticised and praised, hasn't it? Tell us a bit more.
Absolutely. Environmentalists, at least, have been advocating for its closure for years now. And Fessenheim, is the oldest nuclear plant in France. You said it. It's been operating since the 80s, and at least according to some of its critics, that makes Fessenheim more vulnerable to accidents. There have been concerns over the past, over problems with overheating of reactors, for example. There are certain parts of this nuclear plant that cannot be replaced because the model of this plant is too old. And so these obviously has raised some concerns. That being said, Fessenheim is not alone. This is part of a broader energy strategy pushed forward by Emmanuel Macron to reduce the use of nuclear power from 70 to 50% by 2035 and increase the production of renewable energy. So environmentalists, they will certainly cheer, but the decision to let go of Fessenheim is also quite controversial. Let's not forget, for example, that nuclear power has a low carbon footprint. So many are left wondering if this could potentially be a mistake in light of France's climate ambitions. And finally, it's been heavily criticized because this shutdown comes with a heavy price tag. And so thousands of people will lose their jobs. There are entire towns in the area where people's livelihoods depend on this nuclear plant. And so the government and EDF, so France's utility company, have agreed on a compensation package of 400 million euros, and the company will also receive further payment later on.
Okay, I was just struck when I was doing my research by the fact that the whole dismantling process is going to take about 20 years. That's a very long time. Why does it take so long?
That's correct. So even though the nuclear reactors will stop producing energy in the coming months, it will take decades for EDF to really handle the aftermath of this closure. And so the first phase of this dismantlement will be, all the dangerous radioactive substances will be evacuated from the site. So this will take 5 years to complete, and about 99% of all the radioactivity present in the site will be eliminated. And only then, after 5 years, the full dismantlement of the plant will begin. And that will take another 10 to 15 years. So at this stage, after the initial dismantlement, they will have to take care of the 2 reactors. And that's the most dangerous part of this whole operation because it's the most toxic part of a nuclear plant. And so they will have to make sure not to contaminate the surroundings. And so that's why a robot, for example, will be deployed to complete this task and literally chop the reactor's container into small pieces. So this will be pretty much experimental in France because, nothing of this magnitude has been done before in the country. But what we do know for sure is that it will generate a massive amount of nuclear waste, more than 7,000 tons of radioactive waste for just one nuclear reactor.